Greetings, everyone, and welcome. It is November the 16th, 5:30 in the afternoon here, East Coast time. And as you can tell, my travels are over. I've had a long day of travel out of the Commonwealth of Virginia back into the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Western PA is my home base. Back in the studio, and it feels good. Coming at you with a quick update today, facts only. What has Zelenskyy spoken about today? Thank you for being here. Thank you for all the new channel subscribers, all the likes, all the shares. We appreciate you all very, very much. So let's jump right to it. What has Zelenskyy said today? A lot of stuff going on. And what I want to key on and focus on is this. President Zelenskyy was on an interview today with Ukrainsky Radio, which translates Ukrainian radio. He was interviewed in Ukrainian, of course. Ukrainians are listening to that interview, and he spoke about some certain things that we need to pay attention to. Fortunately, for all of you guys that have found me here on YouTube, I have it translated, and I have pulled the 6 key points that President Zelenskyy spoke about in his interview on Radio Ukraine. Additionally, I have one other thing I'll share with you that happened today that makes you wonder, but I have the Ukrainian answer to it. So today on the interview, these are the 6 key statements that President Zelenskyy made. Number 1, he stated point blank, the Russian forces have 1,500 approximate casualties per day. It is good, but it is sustainable. I remind you that even without mass mobilization in Russia, Russia is bringing to the front, rotating in every month, 30,000 new soldiers. Of course, that does not include the new North Korean soldiers that they are adding to that. Interesting, isn't it? North Korea and Russian fighting together with boots on the ground. That is a fact. And the world just lets it happen. So Zelenskyy saying today, yes, we're doing good. 1,500 casualties on average a day, sometimes higher, sometimes lower, but it is sustainable for them for the near future and even into 2025. Number 2, and this is about negotiations. We are hearing a lot about that. In fact, that's kind of about my last slide I'll share with you that just makes you scratch your head. To be honest, he said, number 2, negotiations for Ukraine right now is only a losing option. I completely agree with that. And you'll see why in just a moment in some of his further statements. But right now, negotiations for Ukraine are only a losing option. I remind you that yesterday it was Umarov stating, we will not give up our territories. We are fighting for our people. We are fighting for our lands to liberate our lands in Ukrainian 1991 sovereign borders, Lugansk, Donetsk, Zaporizhia, Kherson, and of course, Crimea. So if you're wondering what President Zelenskyy is thinking about negotiations, there you have it. It's only a losing option. He did say on the interview in regard to Trump, he said, Trump says that he wants to end the war. And he has told me that he stands with us. So guys, don't chase anything else right now. Yeah, there's some kooky stuff going on, especially with somebody named Elon Musk, but don't worry about that cat right now. Listen to Zelenskyy. Trump said he wants to end the war. Great. But we want Ukrainian victory, which means Russia is defeated and the Kremlin falls, and Russia is out of sovereign Ukraine, period, including Crimea. So what do? We listen to Zelenskyy and we wait and see. Number 4, he says Ukraine has not mobilized 500,000 troops. Now, this may be coming as a surprise for you if you do not listen to Zelenskyy every day as I do. But there is a lot of media going around and a lot of propaganda stating that Ukraine is doing all this mobilization up to 500,000 and they're just ripping them off the street. We're going to redo the TCC, which is the mobilization. We're going to turn those into soldiers. Guys, it's just a bunch of propaganda and media. He said, we need more, but do not listen to the propaganda or media. Today, this evening, or whenever you're watching this, I tell you the same. Don't listen to the propaganda or the media. And you may ask, okay, Greg, I've just found you. How do I avoid the propaganda? Find reliable sources who are directly connected to Ukraine. Not only myself, but we have a lot of good Ukrainian YouTube partners, and we work together to share the truth. Build confidence in who you get information from. And remember this, nobody gets it right all the time. Nobody. But we do our due diligence to do the very best we can to share the truth from inside Ukraine and what is happening. Number 5, this is great. Zelenskyy said, the Ukrainian army is technologically the strongest army in Europe. I completely agree with that. 12 months on the front lines, and I will be returning after Christmas running the front lines. My team, my partner Zhenya, is on the front lines right now. I can't share with you the location, but you will be seeing video and some lives about that coming up. Please stay tuned. That's why you need to subscribe, hit the like button, and turn the bell on, because you're going to be right on the front lines with us here in a couple days with Zhenya. But I'm telling you right now, the technology that I see Ukraine using on the front line, especially in regard to drones, drone jammers, and the technology that they are developing that I don't even want to talk about, because some of that is operational security and off limits, but I've seen it. It's unbelievable. Yes, they may not have the best weapons. They may not have the most powerful missiles, but technology, they've got it. They just need to be supplied. And speaking of that, number 6, sorry, it's in the purple there. I was trying to give a little different colors to draw different attention. But 12 months is how long we have waited for some American and EU weapons to be delivered since signed agreements. Listen to that for a moment. 12 months is how long we have waited for some American and EU weapons to be delivered since signed agreements. And he specifically was speaking about the United States Congress, saying, listen, you made agreements, we've signed them, but the weapons are not here. And now look at the position that we're in. And you want to talk about negotiations, you want to talk about this or that, and Ukraine, you're losing territory. Maybe you need to come to the table. If you, he said, would have supplied us with the weapons needed, the front lines would look completely different right now. So don't give up on us. Stand with us and supply what you have promised, and let's win this war. Completely standing with President Zelenskyy today. And this is what he stated on Ukrainian radio in an interview. And you have it now. Now, what's the next thing? Guys, Elon Musk is driving me bonkers. President Zelenskyy, it was reported there at the bottom tweet, the U.S. cannot force us to sit and listen at the negotiating table. Zelenskyy, and look, here you go. See the interview here? The picture that I'm sharing with you directly from the interview, and then this is another angle of President Zelenskyy. It's the same interview. He said, the U.S. cannot force us to sit and listen at the negotiating table. We are an independent country, says Ukrainian President Zelenskyy in Ukraine radio interview. Okay, we are an independent country. You can't force us to sit and negotiate. Of course, here comes Elon Musk. His sense of humor is amazing. And I'm not going to troll on him because he doesn't know the difference between he and his, but I get it. We all make those mistakes. The bottom line is wrong statement. You know what? You've been given a position in the American government for giving oversight to the government spending or government infrastructure or whatever. Go listen to Professor Gertis for that stuff. But I'm telling you, that's how we communicate in regard to a nation that is war torn. So you may ask, well, Greg, did Ukraine respond to Elon Musk's tweet there? Yes, they did. How did they reply? They did not reply by trolling Elon Musk. They did not reply by being vicious. You know what Ukraine did? They invited Elon Musk to Ukraine. Great answer, Ukraine. Kudos to you. And this is what they said. You come to Ukraine, let us take you to the front, let you see the devastation, the death, the destruction, the loss, and then let's hear what you think about it. Ukraine giving the mature answer there. And for that shows you the character of Ukraine. So guys, there you have it today, November the 16th, here, late afternoon on the East Coast of the United States. After midnight there in Ukraine now. This is where we're at. And now you know what Zelenskyy was saying on Ukrainian radio today. You know what? How about this for you guys since I'm back in my studio?
Slava Ukraini!
So there you have it. Thanks to all of you. Thank you to new subscribers. Thank you for your kind comments. So many of you have been saying, Greg, I like your lives, but man, these 8, 9, 10-minute updates you're giving on facts only are the bomb. Keep them going. I plan to do it. You guys be blessed. Have a great day. We'll talk to you later.